Now that we've talked about getting on a path to creating your content, creating your membership site, I want to bring in a little more on the notebook right now, and we're going to go into Amazon and the publishing parts a little bit later because I want to keep the story following the track of what I've done. But since we talked about the notebook, I want to show you this. This is created from the notebook that I just showed you in the last video. And I originally, a few years ago, published this book on Amazon, but I didn't have much of a following in the beginning. I didn't know anything about publishing a book. And the first time I put it out, I think I put it out for $9.99. And I sold a few copies. And one day, a couple months after it had been out, I jump online. I see somebody left a review on Amazon that said, this is a waste of $9.99. Don't waste your time. This is just some instructor's unorganized notebook, and really bashed it pretty hard. And like a scared little rabbit, I just pulled the book down immediately. Now, a few years later, and now that I've learned about publishing books, I did the first book, Helicopter Check Ride, which we'll get back to that, the one that hit Amazon bestseller. After I put that out, and I had a lot of good reviews, and I understood more about publishing a book, I went back in and I cleaned the notebook up, made it a little bit organized differently, and just worked on it, fixed spelling errors, and really cleaned it up. And when I released it as my second published book, within not much time, boom, I had like 6 5-star reviews right off the bat. So the beauty is, this content that you're creating can very easily be turned into a book. So I repurposed the notebook, put it back out a couple of years later, and boom, there it is, along with a couple others that I have now. I've got several versions of this notebook for different aircraft. So I just wanted to cover that now so I can show you the power of start creating these videos, start creating this content. Some of my really early videos that I'm really embarrassed of are content in the 22 chapters in my book, Helicopter Check Ride, because it doesn't matter in a book form what the video looked like. I took the content, the transcription from that content, and made the book. So I'm really excited about the books, and I'm anxious to get to these videos on how I published my books, and we'll get to that. I already mentioned to you, and I'll mention again, books are fun. I was never really a book person, and I don't know, the whole process is a lot more interesting and a lot more fun, and they are a lead magnet. They are lead magnets. I'm going to reiterate, people buy my book, they call me up. I'll give you an example. I have a gentleman who is from Michigan, and he's a truck dealer, has several dealerships, and he emailed me on a Friday evening, and he just said, hey, I'm going to possibly be one of your customers. I own a couple helicopters, and I'm kind of struggling with some of the groundwork, and I would like to talk to you tomorrow when you're available. And he said, will you be available this weekend, and particularly on Saturday? So I emailed him back, and I just said, yes, I'll be available tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Call me anytime in between there, and I'll try to catch your call. And I said, in the meantime, I'm going to send you a copy of my book, Helicopter Check Rides. I sent him the digital copy from Amazon. The next morning, 9 a.m., he opened it, because you get a notification from Amazon when they open. He opened the book at 9 a.m., called me at 10. He knew my background, knew about my dad, knew about my law enforcement background, knew about my towing service, and which struck up a conversation about trucks because I was into heavy-duty trucks, and he's like a Kenworth dealer, and I had Max, and we had that conversation going, and we had a great conversation for about an hour. And as soon as I got off the phone, boom, he bought my $349 membership after I talked to him. So the books are lead magnets. When you do the book, it's all about just trying to make back the money that you invest. It's such a great lead magnet. If you can make back the little bit of money you have invested, that's your goal. The goal is to drive people to your membership site or other products and services with your book. So we'll get there, I promise. But next I want to move into membership sites. And I'm going to show you the firsthand how we built this site that you're in right now. I'll show you how to set it up, and we'll kind of go through the basics of setting one up. Hovering flight, also called tail rotor drift. It's one of the 3 T's that everybody screws up: effective translational lift, transverse flow effect, and translate. So you want to learn about an online business, selling your information product online. That's what we're here to talk about. I'm going to show you all kinds of cool stuff, and I'm going to tell you the story.